Hi everyone, I'm just digging a massive ditch in my garden to put some drainage pipes underneath. Um, so we've been, over the lockdown period last year, I was like constructing this shed, which I have like dubbed the Rapture shed. Another shed attached to the side of it, which I like combined into one. And I'm going to tell you a quick story about this when I go inside. There we come on, Dash. So, it's a bit dark in here. I'm just making like a bit of a summer house in this part. And I've got the dartboard. This is the, I've got like a cardio machine there, and this is like the bit what's the man shed, which is currently a total tip while I'm just working on some things in the house. And this is like my own constructed power rack for weightlifting, which me and my son use. And he's watching out for birds. There's always a robin that comes on the garden, nicking all the worms from my trench. So out there I'm just putting like a flower box in and putting some underground drainage from the guttering from the shed. But anyway, so down here on this bit, I've got a chair here, and that goes on like round the corner as well. And this is going to be my new office. Now the story goes about this is, I'll just sit down first. Well, I've got like a chair underneath this pad somewhere. So anyway, as the story goes, if you've been following my channel for any length of time, and even my old one, you will know that I think the video is actually on this channel as well. I re-uploaded it. I had a dream once that I was in a wooden structure. It didn't look like this. All I knew that in my dream is that I was in like a long wooden cabin sort of structure, and this was before I actually put this shed up. And where I am sat now is like this chair is like where. Sorry, I've got like a low power mode thing on my screen. So where I'm sat now, in my dream, I was in a wooden structure in this particular corner. And what I spoke about in the dream, I will link the dream actually behind, either in the description or the comment. It was what I believe was a rapture dream, and I was in a wooden structure like this. I was located in this corner, and in this dream, I noted in the dream before when I did the original video that I seemed to pass up like through a layer of like black, and then further up a layer of black smoke. And it's really weird that when I actually get round to making this outdoor office, I do plan to actually put this black board all the way around to insulate it and soundproof it and so forth. So that's kind of weird. And also worth noting that in my dream, so what happened in my dream was that I was raptured. I was in a corner of a wooden structure. It didn't look like this, it was actually bigger, but that could just be symbolic. And before I was actually raptured and taken up right through the sky, in this corner down here, it was like another room, and it was like a kitchen, and someone whom I knew from my past came in to the kitchen and either ignored me or didn't realise I was there. It's kind of weird. And the weird thing is that in this corner, not that you can see it because of all the mess at the moment when I'm working things out. It's actually a kitchen worktop that I put in as well. So I don't know, maybe this dream was about this particular shed, or maybe it's just symbolic. Here's Dash, bird watching. But so anyway, sit back down again. So in the dream, you can watch it full from the link in the description or the comment. I was in this corner, and all of a sudden I got taken up in the spirit through the roof of the structure, and then through like a black layer of smoke. I'm not sure if I went through two black layers and one black layer was like me going through the wood, which was this black wood. But through a layer of smoke and high up into the atmosphere, and I had the impression, it's not conclusive, that when I was high up in the atmosphere and I asked the Lord to show me the nations, and I believe, not that I could see anything prominent, that I had the impression that Europe and the UK, where I am now in England, was like in front of me, and the Eastern nations, China, and Korea, Japan, all that area was to my right, and all of a sudden there was a massive nuclear explosion, and I saw the nuclear blast, the cloud coming up, and I was in the sky. After I asked the Lord to show me the nations, and then my dream ended. So I do believe that this nuclear explosion came from somewhere in the east, but I may be wrong on that. So anyway, so this was way before I even built this shed, and even before I even planned on building this shed. Me and my son ended up laying the foundations for it, and buying the shed and moving that other shed, and and attaching it on. So it equals like about 20. How long is the shed? 16 foot plus 5. So it's about 22 foot long in total. So 2 sheds together. But we only did this because we were in lockdown, and I was on furlough for like 14 weeks from work. So, decided to build it. And so before this even dreamed about this wooden structure where I was raptured from, this wasn't even on the horizon at all. I'd never even considered it, which was kind of strange. So I've dubbed this to myself Rapture Shed. That's possibly I may be raptured from this prayer chair. I come down and sit in this chair to pray to the Lord often, and maybe I go through the roof up there. Just a theory. I may be wrong. But anyway, I've just been upstairs now. I was praying to the Lord. I was in my house, then I went upstairs, and today I prayed longer than normal, and around about an hour into prayer, I felt as though I was trying to seek the face of the Lord, and I was getting distracted, and Dash knocked off this little horn thing on the floor. It banged, like a huge bang. It like shocked me out of trying to seek the face of the Lord. Like a little horn, little horn from Revelation banged on the floor, and then someone started revving the car engine up outside. And it's like, if you try and seek the face of the Lord, it always happens. You'll find that these outdoor distractions suddenly appear. So what I did was I went into my office inside, and I got my ear defenders on. And I went upstairs on my bed, and I put my hood over my ears and put the ear defenders on, and my eyes were covered and my ears were covered, so I can just concentrate on trying to hear from the Lord. And then, must be like another 15 minutes later or so, I was seeking the face of the Lord, and all of a sudden I just saw, like physically with my eyes, even though I had my eyes shut, a huge flash, which even it knocked my head back. I couldn't believe it. I thought, whoa, what's that big flash? And then after that, it's like I thought, like physically, I could actually see like the formation of like a mushroom cloud as well. And I was planning on doing this video before I had that, so maybe this got something to do with that, a confirmation and a reminder of that rapture dream that I had, where I got taken up, raptured into the sky, and then saw a nuclear explosion, presumably in the east, but not 100% sure on that either. So I was praying to the Lord if there's any scriptures that I could any scriptures along with this that I could give, and I just felt the words, the term in my spirit, the day of the Lord, and I know that's in the book of Joel. And funnily enough, I was reading I think it was Galatians the other day, references that's about how the Lord will pour out His Spirit upon all flesh in the last days. But in particular, the day of the Lord, I was going to read this little part of it here. And it says, "Blow a trumpet in Zion, sound the alarm on my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord is coming. It is near, a day of darkness and gloom, a day of clouds and thick darkness. Like blackness there is spread upon the mountains. A great and powerful people, their like has never been before, nor will be again after them. through the years of all generations. And it goes on to say in chapter 3, there we go. The day of the Lord is near, in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon are darkened, and the stars withhold their shining. So I just wanted to leave that with you all. If you're born again Christians, just pray on it. That's a reminder and a warning, a watchman warning that the day of the Lord is near. Now, whether that is like today, or whether it is still a decade away, it is still near, and the rapture of the church for God's people can be at any moment. And they may be, from this point onwards, really bad times ahead. There may be some good days ahead still, where a massive revival breaks out and takes place, and the glory of the Lord